everyone, my name is Jade and today I am going to be showing you what is in my vegan and cruelty-free makeup bag. So I originally filmed this video about 2 years ago and since then quite a lot of products have changed. I found some new things that I love, especially earlier this year. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know that I got married. So I treated myself to some more higher end products. Typically I've always had a lot more affordable products. So now my makeup bag is a real mix of higher end and affordable products. So I thought it would be really fun to show you what they are, show you my favourites from each. So hopefully this video will be really useful if you are looking to build up a cruelty-free and vegan makeup selection. There really is absolutely no reason to test makeup products on animals, or there's really no need to support companies that do that, because now there are so many companies that are either entirely vegan or at least cruelty-free with vegan options. So hopefully this will show you some of those products, and I would love if you would comment some of your favourites below because I'm always open to trying new things. So with that being said, let's get into it. So first things first, one of the only things that hasn't changed since my video 2 years ago is my makeup bag. I'm still using the Prettiest Thing You Can Be is cruelty-free makeup bag from my clothing line. I think there's only a few of these left on my website now, but I will leave a link in the description if you would like to purchase one. As always, I donate a percentage of profit to animal rescues and sanctuaries, and I will create a 10% off discount code for you guys if you just enter YouTube. Let's just go with that, keep it simple. Enter YouTube at checkout and you will get 10% off these bags or anything else on my store. So yeah, this is the same makeup bag that I have been using for 2 years, and to be honest, considering how much I bash it around, it has really held up very well. You can see it's got some like makeup marks on it. I'm just lazy and need to clean it. But yeah, let's open it up and show you what's in there. So I'm going to do this in the order in which I put the products on my face. I guess that makes most sense. So let's start with primer. So I am using the Barry M Flawless Colour Correction Primer. Primers, I've never found one that I'm like obsessed with. I'll just kind of use whatever's affordable and works well. So I bought this one for my wedding because I'd run out, and I actually really love it. I think it works really well. It's meant to kind of colour correct, and my skin tone without makeup on, I have some like red patches and I have really I have really bad kind of purple dark circles under my eyes. I always have. So I find this one works really well and it's definitely on the affordable end. Next I'll go for foundations and like face products. So I am currently using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I mixed that with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in shade medium because this is in shade 0.5. Yes, I'm so pale that I'm not even using one anymore, I'm like 0.5. So both of these products I got because I did my own makeup for my wedding, which is why I treated myself to some higher end products. And so I went to both the Urban Decay counter and the Charlotte Tilbury counter, don't know why I showed you these, to have like I guess a makeover session. So you have an hour session with one of their makeup artists, and I think both of them it costs £30, but that is redeemable against products, so obviously you might as well get the products. So I got the Urban Decay foundation at that session, and I ended up getting quite a few Charlotte Tilbury products, so I can't remember which ones I got at that session. So to be honest, the foundation that I used on my wedding day and have been using since then was also a Charlotte Tilbury foundation in a really light shade, I can't remember which one, and I'd been mixing it with this. But when I went away recently to Venice with Matt, I had been trying to be eco-friendly, so I've been reusing the same, you know, you have to put your liquids in a little plastic bag. I've been reusing the same one for years now, and as I got it out of my bag at the airport, it like had broken at the bottom and my makeup fell out and my foundation smashed on the floor, and I was so upset because it was such an expensive product and I've been loving it, and it's like something that's quite expensive to replace, and especially as I had this one as kind of a backup, I couldn't really justify buying another one. But that foundation I do much prefer to the Urban Decay one, but I'm obviously just going to use this till it runs out, but then I will be replacing it with the Charlotte Tilbury one. But yeah, the Flawless filter I absolutely love mixing with the foundation because it gives a really nice dewy glow, and because I got the foundations in such light colours, this helps to kind of add a nice bit of like warmth into them. And on my wedding day, my mum actually used this as her foundation because she has really nice skin, so I didn't really need anything full coverage. So I think you totally could just use this as a foundation if you wanted a lighter look. So yeah, Charlotte Tilbury foundations and base products. Big fan. Next I have concealers. So again, another Charlotte Tilbury product that I got is the Magical Way concealer. This was sold out everywhere and they used it in my little makeup trial and it had been so good. It covered up my little dark circles so well. So I was just looking online in all different shops and I eventually found it. And I don't think I'd actually tried this colour, so I just went bold. I went for a 3 because I hoped that it would kind of colour correct, and I think it works really well. So I'm very happy with that. And then I also have, this is, oh my goodness, it's literally faded so bad. I'm pretty sure it's Barry M. Can't even see anymore. I'm pretty sure this is a Barry M concealer in the shade 2 Oatmeal. And yeah, I got this. This is a much lighter one, so this really brightens under your eyes. Next is yet another Charlotte Tilbury product, and it is this flawless airbrush flawless finish powder. So I just used this for my wedding. I particularly wanted to make sure I had no flashback in the pictures, so I wanted to invest in a really good setting powder. So this is the one I used and I had absolutely no flashback, and yeah, I really like it. And it's a pressed powder, so it's the kind of thing that will probably last me years, like way past the expiry date. I probably wouldn't repurchase it again in my day-to-day life because I wouldn't be as concerned about having a finishing powder on and making sure there's no flashback, but for something like a wedding, this worked amazingly. Next I have my bronzer, and this is the most recent purchase, and it's this MUA bronzed, I guess, bronzer, shimmering bronzing powder. So I'd previously been using the Barry M one for years. I think that's the one I mentioned in my last video, and they've now discontinued it, which I'm so upset about. But I found this one in Superdrug, and MUA, I believe, have recently made all of their products vegan, which is amazing because they're a cruelty-free brand and they used to just have some vegan products, but now they're all vegan, which is great. So yeah, I got this a couple of days ago and I think it was £2.50, so super affordable, and I really love it. I love a shimmery bronzer. It works really well, warms up your face. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Next, let's do eyeshadows. So I have this e.l.f. palette, which I have had for years now. This is the Nude Rose Gold palette, and it just has a lot of really nice kind of your typical like nudie shades in it, golds, pinks, and then some darker colours at the end for kind of more, what's it called, eyeliner. Come on, Jade. So yeah, I love this palette. I use it a lot, had it for years and it's still going strong. Oh, you're at the pops. She never misses a chance to get involved in a video. How are you doing? You okay? So yeah, this one I do not take out and about with me because obviously it's huge, but I use this on my wedding day and I use it when I'm doing my makeup at home. But for kind of taking out and about, I have kind of the mini version of this palette. I have to hold it carefully because the glues kind of come unstuck and 2 of the shades fall out. But yeah, this is called the Saturday Sunsets, and it's just a little quad and then a kind of, I don't know what that would be, a highlighter base shade. So I guess it's not a quad. What is it, like a quintuplet? I don't know. It's a 5-shade palette with a little mirror in, and this is, yeah, the condensed version of that one, which I will take out and about when I'm doing my makeup on trains, which I often do because otherwise it's such wasted time, you know. Next I will show you my blush and highlighter. So it's this one from e.l.f. It's just called the Baked Blush Highlighter and Blush in Rose Gold. Again, this one, I have been using this for years, since I first discovered e.l.f., which I think is around the time I filmed the first version of this video, and I just get through them so quickly because they are quite small, and I always run out of the blush side first because I use very minimal amounts of the highlighter, but the blush, go in heavy with that blush to, you know, give my skin a bit of a so I don't look completely ghostly on a daily basis. So yeah, this is my favourite blush. I've never found another blush that I love as much as this one. So I'd say this is one of my favourite products, and as it's e.l.f. it is super affordable. So probably can't see Poppy anymore, but she's just sitting there looking up at me like, why are you talking to yourself? I often think whenever I film videos, Kitty's over there looking at me. Kitty is also a dog. I realise that is confusing. But yeah, my dogs always look at me. Oh, she's coming over. You're right, Kit. I think they think like, what is wrong with you? You're so weird. Are you okay? So moving on to eyebrows, I have been using this Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. So it has like a little, it's a kind of eye gel, and it has this little applicator brush, and you just kind of brush your eyebrows. And they used this on me at my makeup trial with Charlotte Tilbury, and I absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if I've mentioned, probably have in videos before, but on this side I only have half an eyebrow. So when I was younger, people would always be like, why did you shave your eyebrow? And I was like, I didn't, I was just born that way. So yeah, for me, when I find a good brow product, I'm very happy. So I've been loving this. I use it whenever I go out, which isn't very often. I probably wear makeup less than once a week, because unless I'm kind of going out somewhere, I'm not going to put makeup on to just sit around my house. I work from home. So yeah, all that to say, this lasts me a very long time, but when it runs out, I probably will repurchase it. I can't remember exactly how much this was, but it obviously is on the more expensive end as it's a Charlotte Tilbury product. And I've also just filled it in with a brow pencil, and I think my brow pencil is upstairs, and I'm too lazy to go upstairs and get it, but it is a Barry M brow pencil, which also has a gel on the end, which I actually use for, which I actually use for mascara on my bottom lashes. Then onto mascara. So my absolute favourite all-time mascara that I've ever found is the VE Cosmetics Mermaid Lashes Mascara, and it comes in two parts. So you have a kind of just regular mascara part, and then hairs on me, this little extra bit, which is little microfiber, don't know what you call them, I guess just microfibers. And so you put the initial mascara on, then you coat your lashes in the fibres, and then put mascara on top. So the mascara half of this duo has run out, so I'm currently using the e.l.f. Black Diamond mascara, which is super affordable. I'll show you what it looks like inside. Just kind of like that. And on its own, I wouldn't say it's kind of anything special, but then I coat my lashes with the fibres, and I definitely need to repurchase another duo of the VE lashes. I think it's called, VE Cosmetics Mermaid Lashes 3D Mascara. And VE Cosmetics is a completely vegan brand, so it's great to support a vegan brand, and I will be repurchasing that as soon as this bad boy runs out. Now onto lip products. So I have very dry lips. I often get kind of like dry skin on my lips. So when I had my makeup trial done at Urban Decay, the girl that actually recommended that I go to Lush and get a lip scrub. So I went along and I got this Mint Tulips scrub from Lush, and all of Lush's products that are vegan have the little vegan logo on them, and so it's just, I think a lot of it is made from sugar. It's just like this inside, so you just take a small amount, rub it on your lips, and then like, you know, that whole vibe, and it exfoliates your lips before you put any product on them. Then I have been using the Urban Decay, what is this lipstick called? Naked cream lipstick. So this is the colour, and when you apply it directly to your lips, it is very bold. So I just kind of dab it on my finger, and then, don't know why I thought I needed to put more on, but yeah, and then put it on my lips that way. And this is actually a sample that I got at my makeup trial with Urban Decay, and I've been using that ever since, and it's lasted really well. So I'm a big fan of that, and I can't see it running out anytime soon, but when it does, I would purchase that because I love that colour, and I find it really hard to find a nice lipstick that I like. Finally, onto brushes. So last time I think I was using all the Eco Tools brushes, and this is one of the only survivors that is left. A lot of them I'd had for years and years, and I don't think I've typically been very good at washing my makeup brushes. I would just like submerge them in hot water, so I think some of the glue came undone. I've got a lot better now, I have a little brush cleaner. But yeah, this is, I just used it for blusher. Then I have this little one from e.l.f. I don't know what any of these brushes are called, but that's how it looks. And I use this for my finishing powder and also my bronzer. So actually this brush, although it looks very disheveled, is actually super crucial for me. And on my wedding, my mum, my bridesmaids, me and the dogs had stayed overnight in like a house, like an Airbnb that we'd hired, and Matt and his best man had stayed at home. And I'd forgotten this. I realised once we got to the venue and started getting ready, so I had to text Matt and be like, hey, can you bring my eyebrow brush? And he was like, what the hell is an eyebrow brush? So I had to try and describe it to him, and then he had to get someone to go and give it to me at the venue, and everyone was probably like, really, all this fuss over this? But I love using this when I apply my brow products. I always use this to brush my eyebrows. You really needed that visual demonstration. This end, not so useful anymore. I guess you can use that to comb things out. But yeah, this is the end that I really love. So don't know where this is from, super old, but get yourself one of these bad boys for the eyebrows. Next I have the two main eyeshadow brushes that I use. So this one is a studio brush, which is I think like a cruelty-free and vegan brand from Superdrug, I believe. This is the one I use. It's really good for like going in your crease, and I often just use it all over too because I can't be bothered to use loads of brushes. And then this is one of the other surviving Eco Tools brushes, and it's just a little angled brush that I use to do my eyeliner from the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. Then finally I have this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion foundation and I guess concealer brush, and this was something which I debated and debated and debated over buying because I've never been someone to spend a lot of money on makeup in general, but also on like makeup applicators like brushes. And I considered getting a beauty blender because I needed something to apply my foundation for my wedding because I'd just been using a really inappropriate brush, and you could see like brush strokes. So yeah, I've been thinking about that, but then in my makeup session with Charlotte Tilbury, they used this brush and I just fell in love. It is so soft. All their makeup brushes are cruelty-free and they don't use animal hair. And it has this little end, which I loved because it's super angled, so it's really good for getting in kind of like the little nooks and crannies of your face. What a weird word. My mum always used to say nooks and crannies when I was younger. I don't think I've ever reused that word until now, but we're gonna go with it. So yeah, this is a very expensive brush. I think it was about £30, but I'm hoping this will last me for life, and I really do love it. So I'm actually very happy that I bought it, even though at the time I was like, ah! And finally I just ran and got the last product, which is this Rose Hibiscus Coconut Water Hydrating Face Mist from Herbivore. And Matt's brother and his girlfriend got me this for Christmas. I think it must have been this year, in like a little set from Herbivore. And I'd never heard of the brand before, but they're vegan, cruelty-free, and I just love it so much. I'm on the last little bit now, but it is just so nice and refreshing. Sometimes I'll just spray this on my face when I'm not wearing makeup, or I just use it as kind of like freshening up spray at the end. So I just kind of feel like I'm doing an ASMR video. But it smells so nice. Yeah, I just love it. I'm gonna definitely rebuy this. So that is everything that is currently in my vegan and cruelty-free makeup bag. Please definitely leave in the comments your favourite vegan products. I would love to try out some new products and just learn what you love and what works for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Monday. Yep, that's right, I have decided that I'm going to upload every Monday for the first time ever since I started my channel like a while ago now. I've decided I'm going to have a schedule, so I will see you with another video next Monday. Thank you for watching, bye!